yesterday for your class? For yesterday, one of my classes.
And I also just submitted, by the way, my thing. I don't know if you got like I did it 10 minutes. I didn't do it 10 minutes ago, but I submitted it.
Okay, no, I didn't see it yet, but I'll get it.
All right.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay. Well, first of all, just a little background. So my speech is going to be about like I'm like a fan in a room with the Manchester United soccer team, and I'm thanking them for the season and what they've done. So, and it's about the European Super League, and I'll tell you all about it. But yeah, all right. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Manchester United end of season ceremony. I'd first like to congratulate our players and our staff for a wonderful season. We didn't end up winning the English Premier League, but we did come in second. And our team worked hard to earn a second place spot, so it is something to be proud of. But today I would like to take the time to thank our team, Manchester United, for not only coming in second, but more importantly for leaving the European Super League last week. Let me remind you that in the European Super League, the founding teams would have never been able to get relegated. This takes away the competition aspects that all of us soccer fans love. Manchester United and 5 other English clubs would have left the current Champions League to join this preposterous Super League that isn't so super anymore. As we all know, our club, Manchester United, has its roots in the current Champions League. In 1958, a plane carrying our youthful team crashed on its way to a European competition. 23 people died on that fateful day, including 8 of our beloved United players. And the players were on their way to play in a European Champions League. And for now to leave that same competition would have been outrageous for us fans and the family members who have lost lives from this tragedy. And for staying in the UEFA competition and not joining the European Super League, we applaud you. As a fan of this club, I would also like to thank all the players of Manchester United for standing up against the owners of this club. I would like to thank our club captain, Harry Maguire. He was the first player on the team to display his displeasure with the new competition by posting on his social media. And I would also like to thank our manager, Oli, who was thrown under the bus by our disgraceful owners. Like the players, Oli had no control over this, and he was just the main man taking the heat, and we applaud him for that. But most importantly, I would like to thank football fans for saving our game. Never has there been a bigger bond with all fans coming together to disprove a new league. And for that, our friends, we applaud you too. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Galan. Any questions for Galan or comments? How did we know you were going to do a speech about soccer?
Who knew, right? I had no idea. But I mean, it was a special occasion speech, and I was like, you know what, I could do something fun, so I'll just do that.
Yes,
But
it's totally fine. Totally fine. Totally fine. But we know you now. All right. Who would like to go next?
Me, I'm ready to present now.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we're ready.
Okay. Um, Thanks to come to my graduation party. I want to thank everyone for coming to my graduation party. Thank you for being so kind, for your help, for your collaboration in my party, and for supporting me in such an important moment in my life because it's my graduation party. I appreciated that they were kind to me when I was in college and they always smiled at me without knowing me, just looking for a friendship with me and for me to join their study group. They helped me when I did not understand a class or for exam, and they always tried to make me understand the topic that was being discussed in class. I appreciate your collaboration in my party since you were always aware that everything will always be good. And you made sure that I was happy and that would not need anything. Without you, this could not have been positive. And thank you for very much, guys.
When's that graduation? What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's in the next year.
1 year. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Looking forward to it. All right.
I can go next if you'd like.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we're ready.
Okay. Today, I would like to tell you about two people who I have had the honor of being a part of their journey together. Chelsea and I met about 3 years ago in a survival situation, and we were forced to depend on each other. It was her and I against 18 running, screaming, biting 2-year-olds. Working together at that preschool was not for the faint of heart, and it left no time for us to be strangers. During our time together, I frequently heard about someone named Harry during the day when Chelsea and I were working side by side. Harry frequently packed Chelsea lunch and would make her peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And then one day, Chelsea came in with 2 sandwiches and said that Harry wanted to make me one as well. I didn't know him yet, but I already approved. Months later, when Harry and I finally met at a dinner party, Harry walked in with a rolled up brown paper bag, walked straight towards me, and handed me the bag. And inside was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that was just for me. It didn't take much more convincing for me to let him stick around. Once Harry had proposed to Chelsea, it didn't take long for Chelsea and I to end up in every dress shop and every bridal show in the area. Although she hadn't chosen her lineup yet, I was secretly hoping I would get to be a bridesmaid. Finally, when she asked me to be her maid of honor, I was surprised and also elated. Chelsea and Harry, looking back at the relationship that you have had so far, and as you work towards building your life together and your future together, it has genuinely been an honor to be a part of your journey. I've had the privilege to witness you work together and overcome obstacles, and I am excited to see where the rest of your life together takes you. Congratulations.
Okay. Is that a true story?
That is a true story.
Okay. All right. Any questions or comments? All right. Who'd like to go next?
I'll go.
Good. Okay, we're ready.
Okay, so I'll probably have to send you an updated version because I made some changes after.
Okay.
Or yeah. So my speech is pretty much just presenting an award, like I'm the person presenting the award to the person, the recipient, pretty much. So all right. So by a show of hands, how many people here believe that professors are undervalued? You don't have to raise your hand. Today I'm today I'm here to present the Mercer County College Professor of the Year Award. This award is given to recognize the hard work of the recipient. The recipient is passionate, attentive, and very empathetic towards her students. The recipient of the award is passionate about the subject she teaches. She shows a lot of excitement. She comes to class and ready to teach everyone. She's smiling. She comes with a great big smile in class. The recipient is also very open to learning about a lot of new subject that she teaches. The recipient is very passionate, but also attentive to her students. She's attentive because she helps her students feel like they're not alone. She lets them know that she's always there to help whenever the student asks for help. Let's say, for example, you ask for a question and she could stay after class to help you. She makes sure to listen to everything that a student have to say before she makes a judgment and tell you anything. The recipient also provides great material to learn the things in her class. This recipient is also very empathetic towards her student. She is non-judgmental and she does not jump to conclusions before fully understanding a situation. She understands how others feels and lets them know that she's there to help. She's open to their perspectives and respect their opinion. Finally, she inspires her students to be great. Today, we are recognizing a professor that went above and beyond all of her duties. Without further ado, drum rolls, I present to you the Mercer County Community College Professor of the Year Award, Professor Rhonda Utley Herring. I have the award right here. She's passionate about the subject that she teaches. She's attentive to her students, and she is very empathetic towards them. I believe that great professors are undervalued, and I think that there's a saying that goes to say that a great professor teaches from the heart and not from the book, and I agree with that.
Oh, wow, Joshua. You know how to get an A, Joshua.
We nailed it.
Yes, you did.
I need to
You are
read it on my
bringing-
page.
You certainly are arousing sentiments and expressing feelings, bringing them out of me. Thank you so much. That's so
Yeah,
sweet.
she did a great job this year. It's good. Yeah.
Thank you so
The
much.
smile is like the big thing. Anyways.
All right. I hope it's contagious. We need
Can
a
I
little
just
smile
comment?
in our lives, right? Sure.
I just want to make a comment. I liked the fact that he brought out an award.
Yes.
The little award. He was like, I present this award.
Yes, that was so sweet. Thank you so much for that recognition. It is truly special.
Definitely,
Amazing.
definitely.
Thank you.
Sometimes we don't have the best professors, but just good. Because like I've had professors that don't reply or do anything. There's a couple things that I missed because I was like kind of nervous, but like emails and all that stuff, you reply very fast and all that stuff.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Very nice. Everybody's smiling too now. Everybody else is smiling. Thank you for making us smile and making my heart smile. You did that today. Thanks. All right. I even get your time. Okay. Okay, who's next? You guys got a hard act to follow now here.
I can go next.
Okay.
It won't be as great. Although I do
Okay.
have a line that says even a professor. So you know what? I have one little part that has even a professor. So
Okay. Okay, Jennifer. Hold on.
Also, I apologize if I'm trying to be completely in the frame, but my desk is completely empty since I'm moving. And so I don't have anything to prop
Okay.
it on, unfortunately.
All right.
Excuse me.
Yes.
First year start. I saw everyone like freezing. I don't know if it's my camera or my computer, but everyone is freezing.
Every-
No one is moving.
that might be your broadband, maybe.
Or the internet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to sign out and come back.
Okay. All right.
Can I go now?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Mother's Day is around the corner, and while everyone might not have a mother, everyone might have a motherly figure that they look up to. This could be a mother, but it could also be a grandmother, a sister, an aunt, a neighbor, even a professor. But something that all these women have in common is that they help influence you for the better. My mother goes above and beyond, showing her dedication, hard work, and support. To begin with, my mother goes above and beyond with showing her dedication. As younger children, my mother always ensured to be at any school plays, award ceremonies, or anything that congratulated my brother and I. Even if the ceremony happened while she was working, she always made sure to show up so that we could see her in the audience. But after my parents separated and my mom moved out, this caused a little bit of tension, but not between my mother and I. Our bond strengthened. While she did move out, and usually the parent you live with is the parent you have a stronger connection to, that is not the case in my situation. Even in the busiest of days, my mom is always calling me or messaging me to make sure to see how I was. Even to this day, my mom will text me good morning and good night every single day and night. But most importantly, to note about her dedication is the dedication that she has to improving herself, because it makes her turn into a better person. During the separation, there are more sad days than happy days, but my mom made sure to realize her self-worth and dedicate her time she had for herself. Secondly, my mother goes above and beyond, which shows how hardworking she is. My mother came to this country in 1998, leaving her son in Poland and about to give birth to her daughter. Not knowing the English language, she knew she had to make a living for her family, so she took up cleaning houses. She spent all day and all night hustling through houses to earn just a couple of dollars to be able to have somewhat of a living to provide for herself and for her growing family. Over time, she learned the English language and she began working at a bakery. But after a decade at working at the bakery, she decided to challenge herself, not only with working full-time, but as well go back to school to get her phlebotomy degree. All at the same time, she was balancing not only her hectic lifestyle, but also her 2 children. Now, her hard work got her a career at Robert Wood Johnson, where she constantly makes strides in her work ethic to keep climbing up the chain. And finally, my mom goes above and beyond, showing her support. Growing up, my mother was always proud of everything that I have done, and still to this day is proud of everything that I do. Even when I decided to take a break from nursing, my mother was my first supporter in ensuring that I do what is best for me. It's hard to pause my dream, but she knew that I needed to better myself. She always loves to tell me that mother knows best, as from the song Tangled. And sometimes I can give her credit because she does know best, but not all the time. But no matter the outcome, she always shows her love and support for me and continuously showers me in knowledge that I am not the only one. In summation, my mother goes above and beyond, showing her dedication, hard work, and support. My mom always proves to me that no matter what, she'll always be for me, she'll always be there for me, and in turn, I will always be there for her. I thank her for everything that she has done for me and those surrounding her, because if it wasn't for her great remarks, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. So as Leo Tolstoy has stated, each person's task in life is to becoming an increasingly better person. And because of my mother, I have become that increasingly better person.
Very nice. You got to give that to your mom on Mother's Day. Very nice.
I know, I had no idea what to write. And I was like, well, May's coming. Mother's Day is coming. And let me do something about Mother's Day. And so I told my mom, I was like, I wrote my speech on you. And she's like, okay, you read to me later on. And I was like, okay.
Yes, it was very, you definitely aroused sentiments and expressed feelings. She's going to like that. She might start crying.
That's the whole point.
That's right.
There's extra points if there's tears.
Yeah, yeah. So
Just
that's
bro.
you got
Your
some.
kitty cat.
Yeah, Louis, you got some. All right. Let's see.
I got another mother speech if I'll go back to back. Jennifer and
Okay.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Look at us. Both Jennifer and Jennifer did
Yes.
mother's
Mom
Hooray
speeches.
for the moms. All right. All right. I'm ready.
All right. Happy 65th birthday, Mom. I am so proud to be your daughter and to be able to celebrate your life with you on this special day. I know I haven't been the easiest child. I gave you a run for your money, didn't I? But I know that I am the most grateful. You have taught me the most important life lessons. You've shown me courage and impeccable work ethic,
and tough love, all of which have made me the woman I am today. For that, I am grateful. Being able to celebrate this day with you means the world to me. Celebrating your life is the least I can do for all that you've given me. This all started 43 years ago when you made the most courageous decision of your life. You decided to take a chance and start a new life in a country where you didn't know how to speak the language. Through that courage, you turned a challenge into an opportunity. You probably didn't know it then, but that courage was the backbone for the determination needed for success. You've learned the language, studied a skill to provide, you've learned the language, studied a skill to provide you with career, and managed to raise an unruly child, all without having your family here for support. Your hard work and determination slowly gained you success and confidence that is undoubtedly admiring. Your family sits here with us today because of it. We are all so appreciative of all you've done. During my teen years, I know I didn't show the signs of being appreciative. You had no other choice but to show me tough love. Especially after everything you've done to get here, you weren't going to make it easy for me to take advantage of you or disrespect you. Teaching me this lesson has shown me that I have to work for what I want and to be grateful for what I do have. These are priceless lessons not every person has today. This year, I want to wish you the best year yet. You have overcome all the struggles and hardships one would never wish to have. You have continuously worked hard and kept your determination at focus. All of your hard work has paid off, Mom, and this is the year to enjoy all of the benefits. There are a lot of changes happening this year for you, and I couldn't be prouder to be able to support my mom through this point of her life. This is your year to finally live out your dreams. You deserve it. Happy birthday. And side note, my mom's leaving my stepfather, which I'm extremely proud of, and she's going to buy her own house and make it her way. And like, she's just going to, like, she feels like she's going to become free and like finally live her life. So I'm super proud of my mom right now.
Right, a milestone and birthday and a turn of the corner.
Oh, and they have similar stories too. Moving to this country, and your mom's gonna be separating. My mom's already separated, but
Oh,
from
so
2
many
years
similar.
ago.
I swear, Professor, we weren't doing our homework together.
Yeah.
I almost did my speech on my mom, who also left my father when we were young. These would have been
You
identical
should've.
speeches. But I was like, I think I shouldn't do it on my mom.
You should have.
I know.
Three's the lucky number, right?
Had
Or
the
3 times
trifecta.
charm.
Yeah, that's something. That's something. Well, yeah, I do get a lot of mom speeches, though, especially on the spring semester when we're coming up on Mother's Day. So a lot of people do.
My intent was to do a eulogy for my uncle's funeral that I did a couple weeks ago, but somehow it turned into a mom speech.
Okay.
It was happier.
Yeah, I had a student do a eulogy yesterday, and it was tough to get through. It was very tough to get through. Actually, it was a commemorative speech, but it was about someone who passed. So it was. We had two of them yesterday, so it was really a tearjerker yesterday. All right. Very good. Okay. That's everybody, right?
No, I'm left.
Oh, Peru. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me go over here. You must. Oh, there you go. Okay. And who is this Joy? Say Carbala. Is that Kyle? I think he's having a problem with that audio. Okay. All right, Peru.
Okay.
All right.
Love does not consist of gazing at each other, but looking outward toward the same direction. Hi, everyone. I am Parul, and I am the bride's best friend. Today, we are gathered here to celebrate the love of Justin and Rena as they tie the knot together. And I thank them for choosing me to give the wedding speech. Rena and I have been best friends since high school. We have spent some of the best time of life together, coming from teenage and going into adulthood. From having our first crush in high school to having our first alcohol drink in college, we did it all together, from thick and thin. Rena is a very loving and selfless person. She will always go above and beyond her boundaries to help people who need her. She will always forget her own worries and take care of others. Justin Shore has a bright future to have found such a loving partner for himself. Join me today in congratulating Justin and Rena as they take their wedding vows and promise to spend the rest of their lives together with the love that they share here. You are the love that came without warning, and you had my heart before I could say no. I wish the bride and groom the very happiness together, and I wish the bride and groom the very best in life ahead and happiness and prosperity. Thank you.
Okay. Was that a real speech? Are those real people? Good.
Yes.
Good. So, did you give that address?
I did not give it.
Okay.
I was meant to give it, but I was not able to give it. So,
Oh.
yes, I just prepared it now and I will send it over to her.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Very nice. I think she would appreciate it. I would just add before I send it, though. Add more about Justin.
Okay. Okay.
Include Justin in it.
Okay.
We don't want to leave him. I know that she's your best friend, but
Yes. Okay.
she's
All
got
right.
a new best friend too.
Okay.
A second best friend now.
Thank you.
All right, good. Very good. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Kyle, you must be still having problems with this audio. Are you there, Kyle? Okay. Who's our visitor, Anifer?
Ah,
What's the name of our new visitor?
Amalia. He's a new
Hi.
student. Say hi, Amalia. She's watching the TV. She don't want to be on her crib. She wants to be with me.
Good. All right. So I think that concludes our speeches for tonight, as well as our course. With the exception of next week, of course, you'll take your final exam. As well, I would like for everyone to please complete the instructor evaluation and submit that up as well. I would love to have your feedback, to know what you thought about the class, and perhaps maybe some ideas I can incorporate for semesters to come. So that will be greatly appreciated, as well as your discussion evaluations on the discussion board and your journals, the weekly journals.
I have a question. The exam, is it like the last time where we can't go back to the question?
No, I actually entertained a argument, if you will, reasonable argument about argument not in the sense of conflict, but argument in terms of persuasive speech from one of your classmates, actually, Jennifer. Um, so she made some convincing arguments for why it should be. I should let you go back.
I thought so too. I was just following up on it. Thank you. Thanks, Jennifer.
Yeah, I did.
I
Don't
have a
let students
question.
go back because I don't use the honor lock. I don't I let you use your notes. So you have opportunity that you might not otherwise have in class. Although
Um,
sometimes I do make the final exam a take-home exam that you get a week before to do. That is a pretty difficult exam because you have to do a lot of library research on that exam. So, but I didn't do it during the pandemic. It's a little bit much for you now. So, but as I said, Jennifer had some convincing reasons for why. So I will, for now on, let the students in the online class go backwards. Um, and I actually did let the other students that came after your class go backwards too. So, but yes, make sure you are doing all the now. Kyle has not been able to give his speech, so he had people assigned to him. So anybody who was assigned to Kyle, you can select another speech to evaluate. Okay, anyone you want. And for the special occasion speeches, everyone is permitted to select the 2 speeches that you want to comment on. You can select the ones that you want. Okay. Any
I have a question. Yes, I have one. Okay, so how many questions is going to be the same?
I'm not sure, but similar to the last exam. I'm not sure how many questions.
Oh, you're not sure?
I'll look it
Okay.
up and send you an email.
So that's going to be like multiple choice, like
Same,
which like
same like the last time. Short answer, essay, short answer.
so and we had to wear like a essay or something like that.
Say again?
I'm saying like if we had to look like on the library or something like that.
No, no. That
No?
I was explaining a test that I used to give when we had in-person.
Okay. So maybe it's going to be easy, the same, or
It's gonna be
hard, or
just
regular.
it's gonna be comprehensive, but
Okay.
only from the second half of the class. It's not a total course. I shouldn't say the word comprehensive because then that makes it.
And
But
another
it's just
question.
from steps to speech making to a special occasion.
I have another one. So what is going to be again on fourth, May 4th, or
Say again?
I'm saying what is the thing is going to be on the next week?
Yes. Next Tuesday at 6, you will go into the blackboard and take your exam. It's
Okay.
last week, whatever's the last day of class.
Okay. So 2 hours, right?
Yes, 2 hours.
Okay, 6 to 8, right?
2 hours.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
One question. When is our journals due?
The last day of class or
Okay.
the day after, I will entertain them as well.
Thank you.
I
And
need
you said
to
it.
get everything though at least by the day after the last day of class, so I have enough time to grade them all, to get the grades in time.
Okay. And you said it had to be 2 paragraphs for each week, right?
No,
Like,
it doesn't have to be 2 paragraphs. Um,
I have like two
Might it
sentences on some of
probably
mine.
would be 2 paragraphs if you were going to, in one paragraph, talk about what you discussed, and then in another paragraph, talk about how that relates to your life, if that helps.
okay, so I'll
But
just try.
yeah, it just really boils down to, you know, what you want to write about. Like you don't, some a student asked me, did they have to write about every concept that was covered in that? You know, sometimes we cover maybe 2 or 3 chapters and lots of concepts in each chapter. So no, you don't have to write about every chapter, every concept in the chapter. But like if we're talking about listening, then you know, pick something in listening that occurred in your life, that you know, you had a situation where the concept that we were learning that week applied to your life, because all of these concepts, especially the ones in the very beginning. Now when you get towards the classes where we're doing the speeches, then you're going to be a little bit more creative about it and talk about, you know, the ideas that we were discussing, like we were talking about informative speeches, and you know, that day we had an informative speech, you could talk about that, and you know, um, whatever, just talk about the experience in class. What was your experience in class? What did you like about it? What did you not like about it? What was memorable? But make certain that you talk about how did it apply to your life, or someone you knew, or
Okay, thank you, thank you.
so it's more quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. Okay.
So professor, so just to kind of like reiterate everything, you want us to do the instruction or the instructor feedback for the informative speech discussion. I know the due date says this Friday, but I think you want us to try to get it done before the class ends next week, correct?
Right.
And so with that, we have to do 3 discussions because we're all, I believe, assigned 3 people. With the special occasion speech, get that done by next class as well. And then we get to choose 2 people.
Right.
And then final is next Tuesday, so we don't have to come on the Zoom call, correct?
Right. And the journal.
Oh, in the journal. Yeah.
And you can find the instructor evaluation on the last day of class. Is there, the submission folder. Or you can find it in, I believe, course information.
And for the journals, we should post them like individually. So like week 1 journal, post it. Week 2 journal, post it. Correct? You don't want it all to be like one big
If you want to make it one big submission, that's okay. Or if you want to do it week by week, you can do that too.
Okay.
Like say if you want to just type one long document and upload that document with the 15 weeks, you can do that too. Let's see. That's not what I want.
Also, we see your screen.
I know.
Okay, just wasn't sure.
I'm trying to see where the course evaluation is. Course description. Okay, here we go. Course evaluation is here under course info, and that's the evaluation. So you have to print it and write on it and then upload it. And it's also in the lessons.
Yeah, I see that course evaluation is also posted in lessons in week 16 under the extra credits. With the extra credits, if we want to do them, we should submit them by May 4th or May 5th as well, correct?
Yes. Yes. Um, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's in week 16. It's the last thing in there, all the way at the bottom. And it's also in course info. And your journal is in the last week too. There's the journal. And your final exam will pop up on week 16 as well. Any other questions? Yes. So we've got double Ani for now. Okay, no questions. We're all done. And boy, has it been a pleasure. This was a very pleasant class. I enjoyed working with everyone, and you really did improve a lot. And remember, I told you the first day that what I look for the most is your improvement. So you could have started out not so well on rocky ground, shaky ground. But as time goes on, if you take into consideration the comments that I give you and the discussions that we engage in and apply it to your speeches and your life in general, um, I'm very impressed. I'm impressed. I'm happy. I think that you all did pay attention, and I'm interested. I love to look at the journals, and I always look at the instructor comments. But I'm interested to know: do you feel as though you've improved in your communication efforts, or not so much? And if you haven't, do you think that you have identified where your weaknesses are and where you could improve?
I'd say that I improved. It's better now. I think it was mostly just listening. Um, if you listen slowly, you can communicate better with them if you understand them.
Yes. And like I said, too, you know all of this information, right? You just never really thought about it in the way that we address it in class. You never thought about it like that. But when you think about those relationships that you have with different people, not just love relationships, but all types of relationships, yeah, they had a lot riding on the communication between the individuals or groups.
So if I still having like a question, I can send you an email.
Say again?
I'm saying if I have a question, like if I can send you an email.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm, 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 mm,
Okay, so
mm,
there be no
mm.
questions, no more comments.
I just wanna say thank you for everything
You-
and for teaching me how like to listen because at the first time I remember when I started with this class, I never listened to you. And when you say something like I was talking at the same like you and you say like I cannot do that and I was gonna going to talk now, I remember of that word you said to me.
Yes, I did tell you. How are you going to understand if you don't let me finish talking to you, right?
Yes.
Right. So that's key. And so did you find that throughout all of your communication efforts, you that stuck in your brain that okay, let me just hear this out first.
Hmm. I
Good,
learned too much with this class.
good. I'm glad.
And I'm getting better with my pronunciation, like you know.
Yes, yes. You are. Takes practice. All of this takes practice.
Yeah.
You can learn these skills. It's not like, customer service maybe. Kind of hard to teach people good customer service, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
you're very- you're very okay. So everyone stay safe. Best wishes for lots of success in your college careers. For those of you graduating, congratulations and be well. Be well.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank
Thanks
you
very
very
much,
much,
sir.
Professor. Have a great
Thank you.
summer.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Enjoy your
You.
summer.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye. Oh, very nice. I'm going to miss them.